The Tech Disruptors podcast is brought to you by the Average Dad Store and Stellar Data Recovery.
Darren and Jason, we breaking the matrix. Circuits and codes, we shaping the basics. Switching the system, yeah, we the mutation. Tech Disruptors, innovation, and station. 808 stomping, algorithms popping. Bikes getting flipped, watch the data start dropping. We the ones they fear, Wi-Fi in the gear. Crypto in the veins, blockchain pioneer. Screens glow cold, but the minds run hot. Silicon dreams in the terabyte plot. Hacking the globe, yeah, we shatter the mode. Data overload, watch the future explode. This was the code, break the mold. Tech Disruptors, we too bold. Darren and Jason, the future sold. Plugging it like on, watch it unfold. Laser shot focus, the lens stay zooming. Zones in the air, AI's booming. Deep dive tech, no room for illusions. Cloud in the sky, no room for confusion. Fiber optic flows, connections insane. Hacking the mainframe, rewiring the game.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tech Disruptors podcast, our brand new intro. Holy shit, was that good. It is a rockstar song, man. I love that one. That was a good one. Yeah, we're back. My name is Darren. This lovely man.
My name is Jason.
And we are back another Sunday talking about tech, talking about the crazy world and the crazy week that has been. Now, we're going to, I literally, as we're going on air today, I was putting together our run sheet here, and this story literally came out, I want to say like an hour ago, a couple of hours ago. So we talk a lot about AI on this channel, and sometimes AI doesn't get it right. Just doesn't get work. Sometimes it just doesn't work out the way you expect it to do. So in the States, United States, they use right now in a lot of high schools, they're using AI-powered face detection for security purposes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, for example, to identify students, make sure that they're where they're supposed to be. So there's this story that came out today, and I think this happened a Friday afternoon. So it's a bit of a breaking story, if you will. And I want to kind of show you this one here. So this is in Baltimore County. So a student was hanging out, waiting for mom or dad to pick him up from school, eating a bag of Doritos, and at one point he scrunches up the bag, shoves it in his pocket. Now, for whatever reason, the face detection AI system at Kenwood High School saw him scrunch up the packet and put it in his pocket and identified it as a gun, and alerted the local authorities. Now, I don't know why it thought it was a gun, but it alerted the local authorities, and it's
so as the guy is licking his fingers from the Cheeto dust,
from the
or
Cheeto
the
dust,
Doritos dust, cops roll up on him 10 deep.
Yeah.
Wow.
So basically, I'll show you the video in a second, but basically, a 16-year-old kid, he's literally after football practice. He's sitting outside, enjoying a nice pack of Doritos.
Well, the first problem is after football practice, you probably shouldn't be eating a bag of Doritos or chips. You should be having a healthy snack.
Well, I mean, I guess it's football practice. They burn a lot of calories. I get it.
Correct.
But,
I know.
Yeah. But anyway, a whole entourage of police roll up on this poor kid, this 16-year-old kid who's just minding his own business after practice. And anyway, so this AI system misidentified what he had and what he was doing, and essentially kind of shit the bed and went, "Oh, we're going to have to send the cops after this kid." Now, somewhere
so
here,
could you say better safe than sorry?
Well, I understand. We'll get to that in a second. But eight cop cars showed up with guns pointed at him. That
would be scary as a kid. Because sometimes, I mean, I'm not saying cops are like this, but you get that one trigger happy person, and you not know what's going on. You're a kid, that'd be scary. Yeah.
So basically, they said here in the article, the AI program is based on human verification. In this case, so it did what it was supposed to do. But it misread chip bag for gun, which is funny. So I'm going to show you the story here because hopefully I didn't get a chance to cue it up. But
WMER2 News at 11 starts right now.
You're watching Maryland's first television station.
It's in Maryland.
Now,
Okay.
WMAR2 News at 11.
A false alarm at Kenwood High School led to an intense situation for one student. WMER2 News' Raven Payne tells us why the AI security system triggered a large police response.
It was an ordinary day for 16-year-old Kenwood High School student Takai Allen.
Yeah.
After football practice, he sat outside the school with his friends, waiting to be picked up. He ate a bag of Doritos and crumpled it up in his pocket when he was done. Right. But he had no idea that action would lead to guns in his face 20 minutes later.
Police showed up like 8 cop cars, and then
like,
they all came out with guns pointing at me, talking about getting on the ground. And I was putting my hands up. I was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
And he told me
Could you imagine?
And arrested me and put me in cuffs.
Officers searched him, then found the empty bag by the door.
Well,
he says an officer then showed him a picture from the AI.
Were they classic Doritos? Were they flaming hot? Were they Cool Ranch?
Maybe the flaming hot ones. They thought it was a gun firing.
Right, because Cool Ranch you can't mistake as a gun. But maybe
I think they have the. I think there's an image here. Hang on one second.
AI detection system the school uses, saying the crumpled up chip bag looked like a firearm. Superintendent Dr. Miriam Rogers says the system worked.
So basically, the crumpled up bag, I don't know, maybe he so this is what I was thinking. Like, how would you crumple up a bag of potato chips to make it look like a gun?
I think it's just the act of it. Maybe it's just the act of putting it in your pocket, and maybe he held his hand there for a while, and it looked like he had something. Like you take a banana and you put it in your pocket, it might look like a gun. You know, I mean, it could be a lot of things. So again, AI is not perfect. We've established that, but in this situation, you scared the crap.
Yeah, out of this poor kid, and he's got a baby face too. The poor kid, you know. Like,
and I don't want to bring any more information to this, but could you imagine if the family felt that he was emotionally distraught and sued the school district? Yeah. And in the trigger happy, I shouldn't say trigger happy, that's a bad word to use. In the sue happy, area or generation that we're in, you can't do anything wrong. You get sued, and that's a lot of money for a school district to have to pay out.
Let me ask you this. How often do you think this actually happens? So what I mean by that is, how often does it happen but not reported on in schools and public places?
I don't know how many schools, at least in my area, that use AI for this kind of stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's the other question. Do you rather be safe than sorry? Because what if that person really did have a gun? Because nowadays with schools having lockdowns, we just had one here locally where I live, not where my kids go to school, but there was a school district that shut down because someone called in a threat. And they found out later on it wasn't credible, but they had to take it seriously. And that's the world we live in. So I don't know if this is necessarily the worst thing. I mean, he's okay. And he's scared to get... He's never going to eat Doritos again.
No, never again. We just saved America from, another Dorito crisis.
So kids, if you're listening on the podcast or the live stream watching right now, after a sporting event, eat broccoli, an apple, a banana, maybe something healthy.
Banana, maybe not. Maybe that looks a bit too much like a gun. So basically no elongated fruit. So no
anything that could be
cucumbers.
Yeah. So eat healthy, and maybe or nothing flaming hot, who knows?
So you know what I would have loved? If the AI was picking up on his, poor eating habits, and they sent cops to scare him straight eating a better diet,
healthier.
Right?
That video of him, he didn't look like he was too unhealthy, but looks can be deceiving.
But it's funny. I just think about what you would do if this was you, right? So you're in your workplace, you're sitting at a park bench one day, and you're eating a Subway footlong that kind of looks like a gun if you were to shove it in your pocket. Could you imagine how crazy is that story that this poor kid rode 8 cop cars, 8. There's 8 cops rode out with a gun.
You got to remember with a possible threat of a weapon. They've got to take it very seriously. So they're gonna throw as much people at it as possible because they have to,
Now, speaking of AI, I know we've had this discussion before. So when it comes to applications of putting cameras in devices, where is the least likely place you would like to have a camera recording what you would do?
Your bathroom or a bathroom, a public restroom.
Now,
a hotel room, a Airbnb. I can keep going.
Listen, we've talked about this before on the show, and maybe this is a particularly male thing, and I'm going to pick on guys for a second, but I know I've had this conversation with my brother-in-law previously, and he's always said that what he wanted is he always wanted to know if there was a way for him to find out how much excrement was released in one afternoon morning sitting in toilet, so that he could see how much it weighed and the general size and girth of said product. What I'm getting at is, I think the last place that you would want a camera, or maybe the first place you would want a camera,
there you go,
is in your toilet. So
I was half right.
You were half right.
I was almost there. And
believe it or not, it's happening. So Kohler, which is the biggest toilet manufacturer in North America, is releasing their decoder toilet, which has, it's a decoder attachment, I guess.
You know what's funny? The whole world is scared of information sharing, everything being on the internet. Could you imagine Kohler gets a leak and all your whatever is recording out of the
girth of each one?
Oh my God.
Well, so listen, it's a $600 camera for your toilet. Now, as you can probably imagine, it does exactly what you
Does it link with my Google Home?
Hopefully. Let's see.
Or smart things?
So it has sensors which analyze whatever liquid or solid waste goes into the bowl, and it has with validated machine learning algorithms. Now, this is where it gets kind of interesting.
Hold on. So this is Kohler? This is Kohler?
This is Kohler, yeah.
So they have AI, whatever. They have AI trained to measure stuff. How did they train the AI?
Oh, I'm sure thousands of prototypes.
People are just hey, you can measure my shit. What the hell?
Well, so again, this is not an uncommon thing. If you remember at CES a few years ago, there was a company that was setting out to kind of assess your health by doing this. And this is exactly what I think Kohler is. I think they may have bought.
I'm not saying that's not true, but having a camera do it, I don't know.
Well, okay, so basically, for those of you who are wondering, this is not just about measuring the size of a turd. It is a bit more complex than that. But
sure.
So that basically this camera and its machine learning algorithms give you insights on things like hydration and gut health. So detecting the presence of things like blood or miscolored urine or whatever like that. It's a magnetic charging pad, and a wall-mounted remote can also be used. And there is a Bluetooth, I'm not even making this up. You can optionally use the Bluetooth fingerprint authorization so that you don't learn way more than you want about your guests. So basically you can activate it yourself with your own fingerprint, which I find totally
So
great.
Shouldn't it do a butt print so it knows who's sitting on the toilet?
See, now that's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart. Now,
then you don't, if you have a guest over, it doesn't record. Well, supposedly.
Well, there is something a little bit gross about the thought of you putting your fingerprint on this thing, mid-bathroom
Does that
visit.
mean on the device or on your phone?
It's
you sit down and you unlock it with your phone?
No, it's on the device, like a button that you
So there's two sides to this. I understand the health aspects of it, but I don't know if I want this. I'd rather go to a doctor and be discreet about this. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
if it saves lives, I guess, but...
Yeah, is it that crazy to have like it says here, connected, data-informed health and wellness? Is it really that crazy? I don't know.
What connected health and wellness do you have now? A watch? Maybe a smart ring?
Watch, or smart ring, something like that. Yeah.
That's not invasive. That's not looking at something that's... I don't know. I have to see what's recording. If it's facing the bowl itself and analyzing what comes out, that's different. Or is it pointed up?
No, I don't think it's pointed up your bum. I think it's pointed down.
Yeah, right.
Now, it was, and this is actually kind of funny. So it was the company Withings that introduced this. So
that makes sense.
A few years back, they had that monitor that could analyze your pee to make sure that you were drinking enough water, whatever was in there. I'm going to be honest with you. You apparently need to have a subscription for this.
Of course you do. That's the world we live in again.
So $600 with a family plan.
So is the $600 for the device itself, or is it the toilet?
No, for the device. Oh, that's a good question. I actually don't know.
Because bidets, you have toilets that have it built in, and you can buy the accessory. My thing is does the toilet bowl analyze what comes out? That would be more interesting to me, because a camera might see blood, but is it actually blood? Because that would be a telltale sign that something else going on like cancer, which would be amazing for people to know because colon cancer is one of those
detection.
Right, because colon cancer is one of those cancers that by the time you find out like there's pain, it's too late. So that would be a good idea for that.
Here's the question: do you want to see the promo video? Because there is a promo
so
video.
People in the podcast are lucky because they don't get to watch it. The question is,
give you a play-by-play if you like.
Do people in the live stream want to watch?
Oh, you know what? You know what? This is what we do. We break down tech. So let's have a look. So here is the.
Well, that's what's coming out of this into the toilet is what you break down.
Well, here we go.
Introducing Dakota by Kohler Health. A first-of-its-kind product that illuminates your path to better living. Dakota translates your body's signals into real-time insights, helping you decode your body's cues.
So is it an add-on?
Focusing on pattern detection for...
Just go back for a second because there is what it looks like. So it sits on the inside of the bowl. The camera is pointed down into the water portion of the bathroom.
A detachable battery potentially you can charge with a USB-C. It looks like.
I'm assuming it.
Dude, that thing is going to be disgusting. I'm never cleaning that shit.
Yeah, how do you clean it?
No.
Yeah, like what if there's backsplash? Like this is okay. Anyway,
it's not just backsplash.
Helping you decode your body's cues.
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of things. But anyway,
focusing on pattern detection for gut health and hydration. Dakota uses advanced spectroscopy sensors to seamlessly analyze what your body leaves behind. Its sleek, self-clamping design blends seamlessly
the cameras
into
are
any
on the
bathroom.
inside, but the unit's on the
While
out.
privacy-first features like remote fingerprint authentication and end-to-end encryption are designed to keep your data secure. Paired with the Kohler Health app, Dakota delivers personalized health scores to help build lasting, healthy habits.
Okay, so I see how this...
I'm going to sit down and say, hey, honey, come in here. Use your fingerprint because I won't detect this on me.
No, you know what? I think they're onto something here.
They are because the cameras are the only thing facing in. So it's very minimal. I thought the whole unit sat on the inside. That makes more sense.
Question? If this was more like a video game, like how many times you can crap in a day and you got like a score or points.
Which made you eat more fiber, more vegetables, stuff like that. Yeah.
Like, could you imagine? There's like a whole thing here. I think they're onto something with this.
Here's the problem with this. I think in a health aspect, it's a good idea, but I don't think the general public is going to find this very good because you're putting a camera in the toilet. People are going to be up in arms immediately.
Oh, 100%.
That's the thing. That's the obstacle they're going to have to overcome with this. I don't think it's going to sell very well initially.
Well, I mean, look, I always said if you're going to build a tech product, it should be something that doesn't exist previously, and it should try to fix a problem.
Yeah.
Google
Glass. When it came out, it was axed immediately because people were scared of privacy concerns. Well, now you have Meta Ray-Ban, you have Meta Ray-Ban version, Rocket. Everyone's making these AI glasses cameras, and now it's okay. But back, 10, 8, 6, whatever years ago it was, it wasn't as widely appreciated, I guess you could say.
Yes.
But a toilet camera, I don't know. That's the tough sell.
I'm just my thing would be like, is it like a security camera? Does it record the clips? Like, do I get to?
That's where the privacy concern would be. I mean, I don't care if I mean, you're like, well, it's just poop. Yeah, but that's weird. That's a privacy thing. Even though it's not, you don't know who it is potentially. But could you imagine if Kohler Health got leaked and people were attaching like crap pictures with the person because they have to?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. If it could identify how many pieces of corn or something were in there, I would love to see that.
That'd be a game. How much corn you can? Oh my God.
Anyway,
here comes Thanksgiving. Here we go.
Thanksgiving. Is that a turkey leg?
I'm going to bring up an article. It's not really an article. It's more of a device. So we're in Techtober. There's a huge range of phones coming out, right?
Yes.
Well, so
I know the one you're going for here. I already know.
Yeah,
This
this isn't like a huge brand. This is like a kind of an unknown brand. So if you ever heard of a company called Unihertz, they are a more niche product. They make a very mini jelly phone, and I had that. And they make a popular BlackBerry like copycat called the Titan. Then they had the Titan Slim. Well, recently on Kickstarter, they released the Titan 2, and we talked about this.
Yep.
I went ahead and unfortunately backed this. I shouldn't say unfortunately. Fortunately, I backed it.
Yep.
Now, this is their website. It's not available, but it's going to be $400 when it does hit the market. I think at the end of October, beginning of November, they're going to actually offer it for sale. I have not got mine yet. They have started shipping. And it's a really random, like I'm in a group on Facebook where we kind of monitor. There's like, they put everyone in groups, like the US, Canada is in group 1 and group 2. So we thought they're going by group, but there's people like, a lot of the shipments are coming out of Ohio. They're coming from DHL to Lockbourne, Ohio, wherever the heck that is. And I'm in Ohio and I have not got mine. And it doesn't matter what your backer number is. It's like like either way. So this device is available or being shipped from Kickstarter, but there's one big issue, and I'm not going to share like the Facebook page.
Yeah.
So in the center here, it's a touchscreen.
Yep.
People are
big image, Jace, like the bigger image of it.
I don't know if I can make this.
Yeah, right.
Here we go. Hold on. Yeah.
There we go. All right.
I guess that's about as big as it's going to get.
Yeah.
So in the center here, people are complaining that, at least initial batches, that there's like a touchscreen issue. So there's ghost touching in the middle. So people are like on a website and it's like clicking all the buttons and they're not able to stop it.
Wow.
So here's what people are saying. Now, it's in Portugal, it's in Germany, it's in the US.
Yep.
The quick solution that was, and I don't know how, Darren, you can ask, I mean, you can kind of tell me what you think. Unihertz initially said they don't think it's a hardware issue. They think it's a software issue, which it could be.
Yep.
They're telling people when you put your SIM in the car, I don't think it supports eSIM.
Yeah.
They are to turn off 5G.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So,
yeah.
Explain to me how 5G is affecting your touchscreen responsiveness. Now, people are saying that the 5G antenna is right behind the screen.
So maybe generating heat. That was my first guess.
Well, people are saying it's like the band, like the 5G band.
Maybe it's shorting it. Like I see. My initial thought was, if they're using 5G, then 5G usually generates a little bit of heat in most devices. Maybe the heat is causing a reaction with the touchscreen panel itself.
Well, the other thing is, like you can't see it here, but at the top is a little white mark here and a white mark here, which is usually your antenna lines. Yeah. I never heard of a company. Maybe I don't develop. I'm not a manufacturer by any means, but do you put 5G antennas behind your screen, or is it just because it's in the back of the phone?
Really. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just some poor hardware choices, or maybe space wires.
And I don't know if I can get a side view, but this thing is a chunk. Like it is a chunker. Now, I don't have my hands on it, but initial impressions, people are generally happy, but they're like, oh, I turned my mobile network off and just use Wi-Fi. That's, if you back the product, you want it to work. Now, Unihertz has come out and Unihertz is being great about it. People have asked customer service. They're going to say, hey, it's a software update. It's only temporary. We'll get it fixed. We'll send an update out immediately. And hopefully this will be like, hey, we'll fix this before it goes main. Yeah. But some of the early reactions are that it's really thick. It's a MediaTek processor, but it's not your flagship. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous now. I have not got a shipping notification. At this point, you cannot cancel.
It's $399 US. That's what, like $8,000 Canadian.
Well, $399 is what it is now. I think when I backed it, it was like $250.
Yeah.
So people are complaining a lot about, oh, it's not this and that. You pay $250 for a phone that Unihertz has come out and said they're going to get AT&T approval for the US, which has never been done by them, which is a huge deal.
Yep.
People have reported hit or miss Verizon use. Obviously, T-Mobile is going to work. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of skeptical. I'm kind of worried. Now, I know Unihertz is a good company. I know it's going to come into my hands eventually. I'm kind of worried about the ghost touch. That's a huge deal if you can't use it.
Yeah, I think it could be fixed with software. I mean, if they're saying they think it's a software issue, then usually it's based on some kind of like assessment of the device itself.
But how could they not see that before they release the product?
I mean, maybe
Were they
just
rushing it out.
Maybe possibly. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like, I like Unihertz stuff, and I think for those of you who are like diehard BlackBerry fans, it literally is one of the only options that we have anymore.
Beautiful
from the keyboard. And it's beautiful looking.
It's got a screen. It's actually got. If you guys are following the podcast, the live stream, The Xiaomi 17 Pro and Pro Max have a screen on the back.
Yeah,
this isn't the same. It's not the same as that one, but it does have a screen on the back. I don't know what it's for. As soon as I get it, I'll make a video on my channel, but I'll also share it here on the live stream. But for those BlackBerry fans, it may not be a bad choice. Now, software update or not, I have seen some people here in the U.S. that have it on T-Mobile working just fine.
Right.
So, people on social media tend to spread. Maybe someone's out there in a rival company's spreading rumors in the group saying it's
trying to ruin them. Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But I just want to bring that up.
Can I, speaking of 5G, so this is, for me so far this October, this has been one of the more exciting products that I've seen come out. And this is Generation 2. So last year, a company named Books, who are known for creating these kind of like e-ink readers, released the Palmer 2. The Palmer, I apologize.
Right.
And it was a smartphone looking, or maybe a little larger than a regular smartphone looking e-reader that had a full Play Store, Google services.
So it's basically a full-fledged cell phone using an e-ink technology.
Yeah. Correct. So it didn't have, there was no 5G, there was none of that. But you did have full access to any app on the Google Play Store. You could download it on the device and you could use it as a reader. Sure. It was just a black and white screen. But now they've come out and released the Palmer 2 Pro. Now, not only is it Android 15, it's also got a SIM card. So you can use 5G data with this Books Palmer 2 Pro. So you no longer are tethered to Wi-Fi. You can still have access to the Google Play Store.
So the first one did not have a SIM card. It was only Wi-Fi only?
Wi-Fi only. It has stylus support.
Color.
And it's a color screen.
Color paper or e-ink.
Yeah.
Wow. So, now, for those listening on the live stream and those here, or I'm sorry, on the podcast and live stream, e-ink is not, it's very efficient. Like it gets great battery life, but there's a huge drop in refresh rate. And you're not going to be playing, FPS games, anything that has, it's basically for like reading, even social media, like scrolling, there's going to be a ghosting effect. It's very notorious. They have gotten better, and I'm sure this one has a better one. I've always wanted to try one of these.
Yeah, me too.
Any company out there who wants to send Darren or me an e-ink, sure. I would love to try it because battery life is huge. And if you're going on a trip, and you just need something for connectivity, like camping, and you don't want to be distracted by all that.
Like, think about if you have 5G access, you have access to WhatsApp. You can still make calls.
Well, I know. I'm just saying it's less distraction because you're not going to be watching YouTube videos on it.
Yeah.
You're going camping. You can still connect with people.
100%. Yeah. Right. You can still send messages saying, hey, I'm okay. We're camping, whatever.
Is it backlit? Because I think
it is. It has a built-in light sensor.
Wow.
That allows you to kind of adapt to your light surroundings. Plus, it has like True Tone, or their version of True Tone thing, a dual SIM functionality, and a micro SD card slot of up to 2 terabytes of storage.
So you can put a bunch of books on there.
Yep.
That's what you want to do. Yeah.
GPS is also built in, so you could use it for Google Maps.
Does it mention anything about refresh? Because that would be interesting to know if it's better. Like that, what was that minimal phone that came out? That's kind of like the Unihertz. And I watched some videos of that, and that thing, the refresh rate was really bad. Which is, I mean, it's typical. It's not like it's their problem, but.
So it's 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage. I don't know if it says anything. Let me see if I can do some digging here.
And the 128 gigs of storage is not a lot, but when you have a terabyte, 2 terabyte, up to 2 terabytes of SD card, I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah.
8 gigs of RAM isn't a whole lot, but it's plenty for this. I wonder what MediaTek. I wonder what kind of processor this would run. It wouldn't need anything particularly powerful.
Nothing probably crazy. I mean, it does say here that it adjusts the refresh rate based on your activity. So I don't know if it can dial up when you're doing like maybe web browsing.
And a lot of them do. They get a little higher, but again, it's still e-ink, so it's not going to be like an LCD or an OLED or any of those AMOLED screens that we have now with 165 hertz. It's going to be like 10 hertz.
I'm looking on their site right now to see if I can find that. It says it has.
Is it available now to buy?
Yeah, it is available.
What's the price?
For the Palmer 2, it is $379 US.
That's not bad because it's not going to,
Yeah.
like, if they told me it had like a MediaTek 99 and it was $700, and hell no. But for $379, I don't know.
So all it says is that it is an octa-core processor.
Okay, so it's not powerful, obviously.
But it has 16 megapixel rear camera with flash, so you are getting a camera in there as well. Bluetooth 5.1, so you can also connect.
Hold on,
earphones.
and it's got Google Play, right?
And it has full Google Play
So
service.
technically, for those of you out there, it's got a 16 megapixel camera, which is not going to be great. We know that, but you can download or sideload Gcam, which is Google's like photo processing on any phone. That would be interesting for $379.
Yeah. Yeah. So
books.
I can't find anywhere what the refresh rate. It does say it has a fast refresh rate.
I don't know if they really. I don't know if any e-ink advertises a refresh rate, because I don't think it has a really high refresh rate. You know.
Well, I mean, it's not going to be like OLED screen or LCD screen refresh rate. It's not going to be 60.
Right. That's why they don't advertise it, because you got to
30 maybe.
Yeah, you got to temper your expectations. This is not going to be made for, Call of Duty Mobile. It's just not what it is. I would love to see someone play like Genshin Impact on this. It wouldn't run very well.
Well,
It'd be funny.
Look, it's about as close to a phone now that you can get. Like, looking at the specs, you've got dual microphones, you've got speakers, you've got a camera, support for third-party apps as well, besides the Google Play Store. You have
Darren, and I've been pushing this for a long time. For people who are listening, and maybe you've heard me say this before, in the Android world, we have choice. So if this phone is not for you, you can say, I don't need it. Instead of bad-mouthing it, just say, hey, I don't need this. There's other options. But this Android is one of the few communities where you can get almost any kind of device, including e-ink, XR headsets, which we'll probably touch on a little bit later. But I do want to talk about something before we go to I am excited for Samsung's Project Muhan or whatever it's called now. I just, unless they send me one, might be out of the
it's about to be a little bit rich there.
I'm going to go into a little bit of retro gaming. Okay.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So when you hear of a portable, now I'm not talking about like an emulating device. When you think of a handheld gaming system that's very iconic, what do you think of? What's the first thing that pops in your head?
Atari.
A mobile.
Oh, mobile.
Like a handheld device.
Like a Ally. What is it? Asus.
Retro.
Oh,
handheld.
retro. Oh, like a retro handheld, like a PSP.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
A little bit older.
Little older. Game Boy.
Okay. Game Boy, Game Gear. There's PSP. Yeah, all those.
Yeah.
Well, there's recently been a release from Lego, and they released a Game Boy, a Lego kit. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Sweet. Here's what's cool about this: the Brick Boy, a company launching tomorrow, not tomorrow, the 28th.
Yeah.
It's a kit that you add to the Lego kit to make it a functioning Game Boy.
Oh my goodness. I love that.
Isn't this the coolest thing you've ever seen? So I don't know why I'm giddy about it, because I didn't like the Game Boy that much. Like I played it a little bit, like played Mario Golf and Mario Bros. But this Natalie the nerd, she's the one that did it. So she bought the Lego kit, and then so I don't know, they're going to sell this, but I don't know if you have to buy the Lego kit separately. It'd be awesome if she could like sell the kits together. Because I think, I don't know. The Brick Boy is instead a custom self-contained module that slots into the Lego Game Boy's cartridge slot and plays games through ROM files. So it's not gonna read cartridges, but if you see in the picture right here, you get the screen, and that's the unit. It's basically like probably a Raspberry Pi or something similar. Yeah. And in the Brick Boy, they don't show a picture of what it looks like but there's a video of her like initially doing it. This thing, I honestly want to buy this.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I love when people like creative people,
there you go. There's the kit.
Like solutions to problems solutions to things we just didn't know we wanted. Like here is companies like, oh yeah, let's turn that into a functioning device. Why not, right? Like let's make it happen. So
here are the deets. Brick Boy will be available for pre-order on Kickstarter, so it's not going to be available immediately.
Yeah.
On October 28th. So starting, what's it, Tuesday?
Yeah.
There's 3 versions. The Essential Kit can play Game Boy games in grayscale and include a mono speaker.
Yep.
And then while the Gamer Kit adds support for Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance titles, Bluetooth headphone connectivity, and a rechargeable battery. Then there's a collector's edition with permanent power supply for those wanting to display their Lego Game Boy running demos. Wow.
Yeah.
So there's 3 versions. The Essential Kit's going to be like...
one's cool. The demo one's cool. Like having that just on display in your house.
Yeah, it's always on. The Essential Kit is probably going to be the cheapest. It's going to be able to play Game Boy games. But I think if it was me, it'd either be the Gamer Kit where it do Game Boy Advance, which I never played Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color. I played Game Boy, and that's about it. But man, that collector's edition,
I love it.
I'd love to see pricing because I don't think they're going to, now that I know it's a Kickstarter, it's probably not going to offer the Lego kit. And that Lego kit is probably what? A couple $100 maybe? I don't even know.
$100, yeah.
They don't say in here.
It looks like you got room on the shelf behind you there, buddy, for that. I'm just saying. Right?
You know, you wouldn't be able to see that it was on.
No, but it'd be cool to have on display.
So do I need, so I'm going to wait till Tuesday.
Yeah, see how much.
And I'm going to see what's included.
Yeah.
Here's the tough guy. If those listening, what was that?
Maybe they're throwing in the Lego kit.
That's why I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
But it's Techtober, and I'm a phone guy.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, there's so many phones coming out. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
As I told Darren earlier before we started, my X300 Pro should be here tomorrow. But unfortunately, I live in the U.S., and of course, there was a extra tax I had to pay. We'll just put it that way. And it wasn't cheap, and it kind of made me mad. But either way, it is what it is.
Now, you did mention the Galaxy thing. Now, before we jump into, I'm just going to give you a little preview, people that are watching.
This thing
live. Here it is now. But before
blowing my mind.
That, I want to jump into this. So this very same week that Samsung releases its own XR headset, it's a augmented reality headset, Apple has confirmed that its own Vision Pro from last year is not eligible for trade-in for this year's Vision Pro. Why?
And here's the thing. They didn't do anything.
I know
they put an extra strap over the top, and they charged $3,500. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Apple's done with this version of the Vision Pro. I think they're going to move to glasses like Meta's doing. And that's why I'm kind of disappointed about the Samsung one, because I think it's awesome. Again, $17.99 is not cheap. It doesn't include controllers either. But if you order it early, you get $100 off, I think, with and you can get the controllers for like a $99 extra from Samsung.
Yeah. Okay, now hang on. Before we jump into that one, hang on. Let's just
I know.
Back this one for 1 second. Why? Like, okay, so are
you serious?
But your competitors just released their version cheaper.
Because no one's going to buy. If you're an Apple person, you don't give a shit about Samsung and Android XR. You don't care that Android XR actually has real artificial intelligence, has real apps, has a ton of it. Again, the Vision Pro hardware-wise is probably still slightly better. It's probably a little bit faster. It's got a better refresh rate. That's about it. But you're right. It's half the price. But Apple is they're approaching $3 trillion.
That's crazy.
And until people say, you guys are effing idiots, I'm not buying any more products till you start doing something for me, they're never going to change. You got to speak with your wallet. And you're right. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Now, is Samsung offering trade-ins? I don't know. I don't know if they're offering any trade-ins. But I will tell you this. When I saw this announcement for this and the XR, I threw my Quest 3 on. Yeah. I haven't worn it. And there's a new game called Haunted something. And it literally, I went to my first floor of my house. Yeah. We usually play in the basement. And it literally scanned the entire first floor of my house. And it turned it into a haunted house. And I'm not kidding. I took the headset off 3 times. It scared the shit out of me.
Oh.
Like you get a flashlight and you're walking around your real house. And that's what leads me to believe, like, I don't know if Samsung is, while this is amazing, I don't know if $1,700 is the right price.
Well, okay. So for those of you who are wondering what we're talking about here,
Yeah, sorry.
if you know the Vision Pro, Apple's Vision Pro, Samsung's released a Galaxy XR. It's basically their version of the
Minus the weird creepy screen in the front.
yeah, no creepy.
Which I'm okay with that.
So basically, this is a planned lineup of like AI native products. So basically merging virtual and real world experiences, a bit like the Vision Pro. Combines AI, voice, vision, gestures, and everything
Gemini.
else.
Especially Gemini, which is amazing.
And, Gemini. Now, it's got a beautiful 4K micro OLED display. Supports eye, head, and hand tracking. It's a little lighter than the Apple Vision
From
Pro,
what I've heard, MKBHD did a short. He said it's much lighter.
Yeah.
More, I shouldn't say, and much more comfortable.
I think the big thing with a lot of people here is that you can use Google Maps, YouTube, Google Photos, all.
Yeah, MKBHD said, did you, they realize that the Vision Pro does not have a YouTube app. Well, because Apple and Google don't get along. That's the reason why.
It's crazy that it doesn't. Like, it's crazy to me that doesn't exist. Like,
you're right, because Google is a software company first. You think they'd release that like that. The other issue I've seen with these two is, while people said they've been more impressed with the Samsung version just because of what it can offer with the openness of Google. The one thing was, it has the battery. It only does about 2 hours. But the one thing I didn't look into is it a USB-C battery pack? Because if that's the case, unlike Apple, you could use a huge, like 20,000, I don't know what the milliamp hour battery is, but you could buy any off-the-shelf huge battery and put it in your pocket or a backpack and wear this thing forever.
So it's funny. I don't know if you, just a side note here. So apparently Samsung plans to release AI-powered glasses very soon. And they're in collaboration with Google, Warby Parker, and Gentle Monster.
Yep.
So apparently like their version of the Meta is coming really around the corner too.
So here's my thing. I think with the Vision Pro and this XR, this is like the in-between.
Yeah.
Meta's ahead of the game. Because the Quest 3, I'm still telling everyone out here, if you're looking for a mixed reality headset, I think Quest 3 has got the most entertainment. I think if you're looking for a next step up, I would go with the Galaxy XR. I'm excited for it. I just don't know. I don't know. $1,700 is a lot of money. Now, I have heard that they're going to have Steam VR support right away. So if you play Steam VR games, and it's wireless too, built in. You don't have to use virtual desktop. It's automatic, which is awesome. So you have a gaming PC. This is amazing. And you're going to have great visuals.
Can we talk about how much better it looks than the Apple Vision Pro too? Like, it's much more svelte and like...
It looks similar. It doesn't have the... I'm sorry if people disagree with me here, but the ridiculous screen in the front, I guarantee if Apple axed that screen in the front, they could probably save battery life. But what's surprising is Apple says about 2 hours of battery life and XR says about 2.5. So I think the only difference is there is Apple's had a couple, this is like their second generation, and their second generation, the M5 chip has probably more efficient than the Snapdragon. Maybe that's the difference. But I don't know. My biggest thing is that battery pack. I think where it hooks onto the unit itself is proprietary, but is it a C cable at the bottom?
Because that's what I'd like to know. You could buy a massive battery pack. And
but I don't know if it is. Is it?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's find out. Hang on a second.
Because if Samsung's been kind of on the fence with how they are proprietary in certain respects, so I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. You connect the USB-C cable into the battery pack and the other into the wall charger. Yeah, so basically it is USB-C.
So technically, if it's a fast enough charger, like a 45-watt power bank, Jesus. Yeah. So I'd love to know what the size of the battery is, because if it's 20,000 milliamp, let's say, I mean, it's a long enough cable. You stick it in your back pocket, you could get as big as you want.
I believe. Let me double check.
Unfortunately, I don't know a lot about the XR because with the price range, it's a little bit. I didn't think I'd be jumping into it right away.
I'm trying to get an answer here, but it looks like it might not be that much information might not be exactly accessible just yet, but I think it will show up when they do the review. But I know it says, generally speaking, it's about 2 to 2.5 hours of battery. So I'm going to say it's probably around the same size. Yeah, I think it would be around the same size, but I have no idea. But I'm going to assume so, especially with these headsets. You know, like it's all screen, right? So it's like, what do you do to kind of find that? But yeah, like the Galaxy XR is literally a beautiful device and half the cost of the Apple Vision Pro. But
you know, it's funny. I asked Gemini, what's the milliamp hour, and it says the Samsung XR uses a separate external battery pack that weighs 302 grams. Okay. While the exact capacity isn't consistently provided.
Yeah. I think when they do, again, when they do the review, when they do a breakdown or a tear down, they'll find it. But
I'll be interested to see what people really think of it, because I think they had an event and people only got like 25 to 30 minutes to actually play with it. I'd like to see what people actually, because like it's open at the bottom, like the bottom of it's open, and everything's magnetically snaps on. So if you want a more immersive experience, and I'd like to see how the Snapdragon chip, the new one they're using in that one, how it performs.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. How it comes out. Yeah. 100%.
I would love to try it. The price is, it's still very expensive. That's why I always tell people, if you want to try AR and VR, go with the Quest initially just to get experience with it. And if you think that's good, I would assume the XR would be just that much better and then worth the investment. It'd be interesting if Google or Samsung is taking trade-ins. Like, hey, we'll take $500 off if you trade in your Quest 3. Because I would probably, if they did it, I don't know. I haven't even looked at it.
Interesting.
Now I'm going to do it. What we're talking.
Yeah, just to see how good. I know if they took the Apple Vision Pro, that shit would be funny. Because
that would be hilarious. Yeah, but for $3,500, they would have to give it to you for free to make it even worth it, you know?
Yeah. Now, just while Jason's looking that up, I want to talk a little bit about a little company that you probably haven't heard of called Noetics Robotics. So last week on the show, you may remember we talked about the Unitree G1, I think it was called, the robot you can buy for your home. Now, the Noetics Robotics have just revealed their first high-performance humanoid robot that you can buy for $1,400. That's right, $1,400. Actually cheaper than
I think I just saw that. I think I have that same thing on mine. Yeah, I do. I have it. So Noetics for about.
I'm going to give you some details, and then I'm going to play the video. So it's 3 feet high. It's 26 pounds.
Okay.
Has 21 degrees of freedom, enabling smooth walking, running, dance routines, which we'll get to shortly. So it's designed for kids in education, kind of like, doing those tasks with your kids that you don't want to do. So I'm going to show you this little video of Boomi, which is what it's called, Bumi. This is Boomi Robotics doing its thing. And I want you to watch it dance, Jason, because that's really what we're here for. Let's be honest.
I saw this video. It's hilarious.
Yeah. So I'll put the... For those of you listening at home, the robot is doing really close to dance. It's so cute, this thing. It's 3 feet tall. It literally is very mobile. It is dancing its little heart out right now.
It is dancing. It's about 3 feet tall, right?
3 feet tall, that's it. It's like the size of a toddler, basically. But publicly you can buy it.
What the hell is it doing?
I don't know. I think
is it drunk?
I don't know. It looks a bit like that. So that's Boomi. Noetic Robotics with its Boomi robot. Super cute. Really looks like a lot of fun. $1,400 US. That's the price of a decent price smartphone. You can have this thing dancing around your house. Jason would dance along with it. I can already see him practicing his dance moves.
Oh, we have a video out.
Oh, yeah?
That'd be a great TikTok right there.
You know what? That would be a great opening for our podcast. Just have Boomy dance for fucking 50 seconds. Put the music in the background. You know what would be great? This would be our great opening video for us. We have Boomy dance. We have our backtrack in the back, our brand new opening track. And then you and I just clobber it to death with baseball bats for 50 seconds. And then the track just fade out. Right? Do you just imagine? Amazing.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Now, popular.
So do you want an update on the VR here?
I do want an update. Yeah, that'll be good. Jason's found it, I think.
So there is no trade-ins at all.
Oh,
and actually, it says $17.99, but it's, according to me in my account, $16.20. So I'm not sure how they dropped $180 off the price.
Okay.
The controllers, they're not showing the controllers anymore, but reviews are not very good because people are mad. They want to do like VR gaming, and apparently the controllers are back ordered till December.
Oh no!
So I wouldn't say they're terrible. It's got like a 4.1 out of 5. It's not terrible. Again, you guys remember one thing: the Vision Pro, we gave it a hard time. $3,500, couldn't do anything, and this has got a lot more functionality from what I've read. If you're in the Android world, and just because of the openness of Android, but if you're going to get it, I would suggest getting controllers. I don't think Apple offers controllers. Maybe they offer functionality with a Bluetooth controller, but if you can get it, I don't see the option to add controllers for $99 anymore. So maybe they're back ordered that much. That would keep me from ordering it, because just being used to the Quest that does hand tracking, having most games are ported for controllers.
Yeah, you need
if you're going to be gaming.
Right? Yeah. Even the MetaQuest, you need controllers. Like it's just part of it.
It has finger tracking, but most games aren't made for that usually. So anyways.
Now, popular EV car maker Rivian has just released its first e-bike through one of its parent companies. And I want to have a quick chat about this because it's a funky looking device here. I'm going to pull up a picture. This is the Rivian e-bike that you're seeing up on screen now. It has a really interesting design. It is from their parent company, so it isn't actually Rivian. I think, from what I remember, it is also, I think they're called something like that.
I didn't know that Rivian had a parent company.
Well, not a parent company, like a spin-off company.
Oh, it's okay. So like nothing has CMF.
Yes.
Okay.
Spin-off company. So 24 by 2.6 inch wheels, has a new pedal by wire drivetrain called the Dream Ride, which I just think is an amazing name.
Is that what you tell the ladies? Is that what you tell the ladies?
That's exactly. Now, here is where it gets interesting, right? So think about this for a second. So 538 to 808 battery pack, 100 miles of range.
What's the top speed?
That's a really good question.
That makes a big difference because, you can have 100 miles of range, but if top speed's 8 miles an hour, it's going to take a long time to get there.
28 miles an hour.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Which is pretty good. Wow. Now, quick charging as well. So it charges.
I don't know what quick charging is necessarily.
So 0 to full in 2 hours, just over 2 hours.
So it must come with a charger.
An e-ink display. So I think there's a picture of that here somewhere. Hang on. I think I saw it. Right there. An e-ink display.
That's cool. That's a great location.
Yeah. And
I have an e-scooter, and it's a Chinese version. It's a Chinese, 100% Chinese. Yeah. And it goes 50 miles an hour, and it's got two displays, and they don't show the same information. Like they're both off. Right. So something like this would be very expensive, but I guarantee the R&D behind this thing is amazing.
Yeah, so
it looks cool too. Do you think it looks cool?
I think it looks amazing. Like, I'll be honest with you, it reminds me a lot of their cars, like their same design language.
Yeah. So for those listening on the podcast, it's got a weird square where the
battery pack is,
where the pedals are at.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's the battery pack, and that's the drive-by-wire and everything. I mean, it's not aggressive. It's not like real masculine. I would say it's kind of feminine looking.
It's kind of Tesla-ish. Don't you?
Yeah,
think
very
the
minimalistic.
white,
Yeah.
minimalistic. Yeah.
But that's what Rivian and the EVs are known to be kind of minimalistic, unless you buy
Yeah.
a Subaru one that you give back and give up on.
Yeah. Never again. Never again. But yeah, so the battery pack or the drivetrain battery pack thing. So
Also?
this thing here, that this white pack that's attached there, I think that's the charging whatever. I think
What's interesting is like the pack there is translucent, so you can kind of see. It gives that nothing vibe, like the back of the phone is translucent.
Yeah,
that's
like
kind of cool.
Which is kind of awesome, right? Like, I think like I really dig the look of this.
Yeah,
I think it is different in a good way.
What's the price though?
Like, the price. That's
it's gotta be outrageous.
Okay, let's take a guess before I scroll down. Let's take a guess on the price.
You go first.
I'm gonna say $3,000.
Oh, I'm gonna say like 7. No, let me hit $5,000. $5,000.
$4,500 for the launch edition and a $4,000 base edition.
See, that's too much.
A little bit.
For $4,500, you can get a motorcycle, a used motorcycle.
I know. But so here's where it gets interesting. And this is what I wanted to talk about, really. They also released what they call, what's it called again? Hang on. Their Alpha Wave helmet. Now, I'm going to show you a picture of this because this is just fucking amazing. So the Alpha Wave.
The brake, is that brake lights in the back?
Yes, it is. So the Alpha Wave helmet is, and I'll explain this to you. It is a offers rotational impact protection. So it features integrated lights and a 4-speaker wind-shielded internal audio system with 2 noise-canceling microphones. So basically, you can listen to music, calls, and podcasts.
So it's Bluetooth.
Using your helmet, connects to the bike. I think that's fucking amazing. I have a helmet very similar to this. I forget the brand that allows you to hear music inside the helmet when you're riding a bike. Doesn't have the brake lights. The brake lights are a nice.
Well, like typical motorcycle helmet doesn't have this built in, but you can buy like Bluetooth units that like clip inside.
Yeah.
But nice having it built in. That's nice.
What if I told you there was a quad 4-wheeler version of one of their e-vehicles?
That might be a little more practical and like yard work and stuff, maybe. I don't know.
I think for just going to the grocery store, like you want to go to the grocery store, pick up some groceries.
So it depends on where you live. If you live in a city, 100%. But like I live in the rural area, so this wouldn't be beneficial because there's not like a whole lot of places that are close by. But yeah, for sure.
They're toting this as kind of like a delivery vehicle, I would see. See, right? So if you look at this picture here, this is like with a cabin on the back there. So there's the original. There's the one with the cabin. So they're calling this the TMQ. So this is a pedal assist electric 4-wheeler to carry heavier loads. It is bike lane compliant, so it can be sold as both a commercial and a consumer variant, which I think is kind of interesting. But also kind of just brings like some. I think in the electric bike market, there's not a lot of e-bikes that have the ability to carry like a load, right? Like I think with this one again, like having that back section allows you to kind of. Yeah, like just.
And I'm assuming it's the same engine as the bicycle, so it's got 100-ish miles of range, up to 20. E-ink
display, the whole lot. So I don't know. I think Rivian's kind of onto something there, right? I think they've got something cool in the mix.
Sure, yeah.
Kind of something different to kind of play into. Now, before we wrap up, Jason, I've got one of the.
I got one other thing too, so we might go a little over.
I'm gonna let you go because I think you're gonna pull up the one that I think you're gonna pull up here.
Well,
I'm gonna let you.
Are you sure?
I'm gonna see if I can read Jason's mind.
Okay, so if you can, that's creepy. No, so you're speaking of unique, correct?
Yep.
So things that are unique. So I'm going back to the mobile space.
Yes.
And there's a company that released a unique device, and if this is what we'll see.
Does it have? Oh, that's the one. I was going to say, did it have denim in it? It does have denim in it.
This denim-clad flagship rocks a unique rear woofer. So it's not only a denim-like jean back of the phone, it's got a Bose woofer and Bose tuned with a 2.1 stereo speaker. I mean, for those of you who aren't able to watch this here on the podcast, it looks like an older version of an iPhone. It's got like a bunch of actually, it's a combination of the old and new.
Yes.
It's got a visor in the middle, the top. It's got probably 3 or 4 cameras, and it has a little circle. It says "Sound by Bose." So this is the Redmi K90 Pro Max. It'll feature a unique denim-like texture on the back. I'm more interested in the sound.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Having a woofer?
Yeah.
I can't imagine this thing is very powerful. Let's see if it says anything about it's
think I got a
really
video
touting
on
the
it.
sound, obviously, but I'm assuming it's not very powerful.
Do you want to hear? I've got a little video here from this is.
Oh, look at this. It's Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5.
Oh wow.
No way. You gonna share a video? You said.
I got a video, yeah, of a test of the speaker. If you want to have.
So is this gonna be a salmon whatever the video you always show?
No, this
Mac
is from
and me.
Gizmo China. So here, this is like legit. He's showing
Oh, so
us
he's got hands on.
Circular thing next to the camera is, if you're familiar with the Bose, you might be already guessed it. Yes, it's a speaker tuned by Bose.
That's crazy.
This particular
Isn't that
driver
awesome?
mainly handles the low
I hope
frequencies,
he plays
and together with the
it.
speakers of the same size
Yeah, he
on
does.
the top
Right
and
here.
bottom,
Ready?
it forms a 2.1 channel audio system. That means the K90 Pro Max could very well be the best sounding smartphone Redmi or Xiaomi has ever made.
It's hard to
That
tell on
sounds
the
pretty good,
headphones,
yeah.
though. You know.
Got a lot of So I mean I think it looks amazing. Like,
Well, here's
just looking at this.
here's what you got to remember. This is probably a Chinese only. There may be a global version. I don't know. I think the K90 is probably a global version somewhere along the lines, but not with the Bose system. Temper your expectations. Again, it is to have a woofer, but it's still a phone. You have with sound, you got to have space, reverberation. That's why a lot of speakers, if you ever watch Jerry Riggs, everything, a lot of times they put the little white balls inside the speaker box because it gives more depth. But you have
hang on a
very
second.
limited space.
I got some more information here on this. So I'm not joking when I say this. So 6.9 inch OLED display, 8 Gen Elite 5, so that is correct. But 2.1 stereo system by Bose, 3 triple camera system, all 50 megapixels, and a 32 megapixel front camera, a 7560 milliamp battery, 7500 milliamp battery. On
75. That's bigger than the supposedly the
OnePlus
15, right?
Yeah. And 100-watt fast charge and 50-watt wireless charge. Wow. It is a China
through the denim.
And that's for the denim version, yeah. But that is, and you know how much it is US? Guess.
Well, hold on. It's Chinese only?
Chinese only.
Fudge. I'm going to say, well, translate to US, $700.
$700 on the money.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Wow.
$699. Yeah.
You know what's funny? If that's even available, like on any of the import sites, it's going to be marked up to $900.
Oh yeah. Well, that's,
because I think the Vivo I bought was like $800 Chinese, but you know damn well it wasn't. Well, maybe not. Maybe a little less than that. But yeah.
But yeah, so I love that idea though. Like, let's bring back good sounding phones with like big speaker systems. We want the HTC One M8 back. We want, dual speakers tapped to the front of the screen. That's what we're looking for. That's really what it's about.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
Now, before we run off, Jason, I'm going to pull up another one of yours. One of yours here because I think this is actually pretty funny. So, Ray-Ban Meta. Oh, hang on a second.
Sorry, I got a dog here. Just popped up.
Oh, hey, little man. There we go. That's a real dog, not an AI dog. If you were listening.
Yeah, I have an AI dog next to me.
Yeah. Now, really quickly, if you didn't want to buy Ray-Ban Meta's Gen 2, go on Alibaba and check out their latest new smart glasses.
Well, hold on.
Quark.
Yes, these are cool. I looked them up, and if you live outside of China, I would hold off a little bit. It uses Alibaba's AI.
Oh boy. Yeah. That's
may not work really good here in the States, in North America, or in the UK. It may be more like China.
Yes.
But it proves a point. China is just killing us. Like, they make things cheaper, better usually.
Yep.
And I don't know. I just think this is the competition we need.
I do remember that. I always think back, and it always brings me up to that quote from the movie Back to the Future, which is celebrating its 40th anniversary this week. So I'm actually going on Halloween to watch it in the movie theater. Never seen it in a movie theater before in my life.
Back to the Future?
The original Back.
Yeah, I was too young to watch in theater.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only 25. You're like, what, 110?
800 actually.
Anyway.
But there's a quote, you remember in the movie Back to the Future, I think it might have been the second one if I got this right. I don't quote me that, but Doc says, "Oh, what do you expect? This is made in Japan." And Marty says to Doc, "Japan, that's where all the best things are made."
Yes.
And the reality is for us, a lot of the best things, unfortunately, are still made in China.
And Japan.
And that's unfortunately the world we live in. So if you didn't want to spend, $1,000 on Ray-Ban Meta Gen 2, check out Alibaba's Quark AI-powered smart glasses.
And if you live in the U.S., unfortunately, importing any of these things will incur a little bit of a higher cost.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit of a cost. You know how it is. Yeah. Anyway, so on that note, that actually brings us to the end of today's show. Mishmash of random Techtober things today. I love it. But we are still in Techtober for another week here.
And I think Halloween. Do you guys celebrate Halloween in Canada?
Yes, we do. Yeah.
On the third trick or treat.
31st.
You guys have it on the 31st, or did you guys have it earlier?
No, 31st.
So I think ours is on Thursday, which is not the 31st. I don't.
No, it's the 30th.
It's at 31st. What day is the 31st?
Friday.
Okay, so I think they do it the day before this year. But you're right. Yes. If I was thinking about it, I should have done a thumbnail
for Halloween.
Well,
we could do that for next week. That's fine.
But it'd be past.
What if we do like you and I, like with our big guts sticking out after eating all the Halloween candy? I think that's the perfect.
Well, the problem is I started queuing up a thumbnail of like trick-or-treaters getting like a bunch of tech in their bags. Then I'm thinking, shit, it's going to be
it's going
to be past.
It should be the aftermath of us eating candy. Like fat bastard from
like sitting on a couch, like really fat. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, right now you're Loki and I'm Thor, but
that's pretty good.
I'm the furthest away from Thor you could possibly get. But hey, whatever.
Well, but hey, you know what? At the end, that's what it comes down to, right? We picked our favorite Halloween costumes for this year. That's what that thumbnail is all about.
That's true. I should be Thor this year.
Yeah, you should be Thor. I'll go as Loki. All right.
I'm gonna go with Jeff Bezos. I'm already bald. I already look weird. You know,
get a nice big yacht and you're sorted. Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Anyway, on that note, we will be back next week, which is post Halloween, Techtober. But we still will have one more week of Techtober stories to talk about before we start heading into November. And before you know it, Jason, we will be at our end of year special. It's coming up quick and fast, buddy. We're about 8 shows away, maybe before that. So crazy season of tech still upon us. But Jason will have some chat about his Vivo next week we can talk about. I may have
if it shows up, we'll see.
Yeah. I might be able to talk a little bit about the OnePlus 15. I have to check the very
hey, we're not gonna step on any
no one
agreements.
Yet. Yeah. Okay, so on that note, we will catch you guys next week. Thanks for listening. And don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button and check us out on Spotify, Apple Music, Good Pods, YouTube Music, all those great places. We'll catch